我的理发店3月份的总业绩是9560块钱。
I'm facing a crisis with my barber shop. This March, my total sales only reached 1,346 USD, with 956 USD coming from Alip and 328 USD through WeChat payments. After covering fixed costs like rent and utilities, I'm left with barely 423 USD, which is roughly 414. This amount is far from sufficient to cover my mortgage. The economic downturn has been brutal since the National Haircut Day on February 2nd. My business has steadily declined. On April 1st, a rainy day, I barely made 31 yuan, equivalent to about $4. The streets are deserted, with hardly a passerby, leaving me to ponder the disappearance of my customers. It's nearly 2 p.m. today, and I haven't served a single customer. If this trend continues, I fear I may have to close down permanently. The economic decline is visible not just in my struggles but across the nation, evidenced by numerous business shutdowns. For instance, a driving school in a prosperous city recently saw its owner abscond, prompting students to protest for their rights on April 14, 2024. Similarly, in Jiangsu, a wealthy province, a car dealership owner vanished after collecting substantial deposits, leading to customer protests. In a key industrial city in northeastern China, a logistics company abruptly closed, leaving merchants to demand their rights at the cargo station. These incidents highlight a broader economic distress affecting diverse sectors across China. In April, a well-known supermarket chain named Foodie Supermarket declared bankruptcy, sparking protests from employees who blocked roads to demand their rights. This incident went largely unreported by local media and authorities. Allegations swirled on social media that the owner's son had illicitly moved funds, including vendor payments and government subsidies, overseas through a dummy corporation. During this turmoil, instances of looting occurred as residents still possessed active shopping cards, leading the local government to cancel a major public holiday to prevent further misuse of these cards at Foodie Supermarket. The video describes a dramatic scenario where a large supermarket has gone bankrupt, leading to its dismantling by a team described as the Public Security Group. The man in the video expresses regret that their group hadn't taken over the supermarket earlier to possibly save it from bankruptcy. Throughout the text, the narrator gives a detailed and emotional account of the physical dismantling process, highlighting the strong and unpleasant smells they encounter, which nearly cause physical distress. The economic impact of the supermarket's closure is serious, reflecting on how difficult business has become and the broader economic challenges in the area. This incident underscores the broader economic struggles within China, particularly within the real estate sector, which has seen a significant downturn. Property values have fallen sharply, despite homeowners slashing prices, leading to a surge in mortgage defaults. The financial distress has forced many to confront severe consequences, including aggressive debt collection and foreclosures, eroding what was once a stable middle-class lifestyle. Furthermore, the real estate crisis has been exacerbated by the prevalence of rotten-tailed buildings projects that have been abandoned mid-construction due to financial mismanagement, leaving buyers with ongoing mortgage and rental costs. In a notable case in a northern Chinese city, property owners sought intervention from the most powerful local Communist Party committee after enduring significant delays in housing delivery. These issues highlight deep-seated problems within the Chinese banking system, which has often failed to monitor the proper use of funds in construction projects, contributing to the widespread financial instability affecting countless families across the nation. As China grapples with a tightening financial crisis, the oversight of construction funds by banks has come under scrutiny. Despite regulations requiring strict monitoring, banks have often failed to ensure that the funds home buyers deposit are exclusively used for project construction. This lax oversight has led to numerous instances where developers misappropriate these funds for unrelated expenses, leaving many construction projects incomplete, commonly referred to as rotten-tail projects. Home buyers, who have fully paid for these homes including down payments and bank loans, find themselves embroiled in financial and legal battles when projects stall. The distress in the real estate market is a vivid marker of broader economic troubles. In various cities, public protests have emerged as teachers and other retired workers demand unpaid Social Security payments, and sanitation workers strike over unpaid wages for months. These incidents underscore the severe liquidity crisis affecting local governments and the broader economy. The economic downturn has severely impacted the middle class, traditionally seen as a barometer of economic health. The Ministry of Finance reported a steep decline in personal income tax revenue, with only 326.50 billion yuan collected in the early months of 2024, highlighting the reduced earnings among higher income earners. This financial strain is further evidenced by the dramatic expansion of the so-called three-piece death combo to a five-piece combo, reflecting the increasing financial burdens on middle-class families. These burdens include substantial mortgages, the costs of private schooling, and the risks of entrepreneurial ventures, which are often not paying off in the current climate. In response to the ongoing real estate slowdown, the Ping An Trust had to postpone its FNING 615 trust plan, affecting many investors who protested for their rights in Shenzhen. The financial downturn has led to widespread asset shrinkage among the middle class, with a notable 43% of households experiencing a decrease in assets in 2023, up from 31% in 2022 and 8% in 2021. This economic contraction is also reflected in wage cuts across various sectors, with a reported average salary reduction of 1.3% across major cities by the end of 2023, marking a significant trend of decreasing income among urban workers. These economic indicators paint a picture of a society where the once robust middle class faces an uncertain future, with increasing financial instability and a potential decline into poverty. The ongoing economic crisis is a clear signal of systemic issues that need addressing to prevent a deeper social and economic fallout. The looming cessation of U.S. sanctions against the CCP in 2024 might herald the best economic prospects seen in half a decade. Yet, this potential resurgence is overshadowed by a new round of layoffs hitting China's large-scale industries. Workers from various sectors, including high-level managers, are being let go, signaling deeper economic troubles. A media professional, formerly an executive, describes these layoffs as mere stopgaps that fail to address underlying economic issues. She compares the temporary reprieve they provide to an illusion of stability, akin to a day in the ICU without true recovery. Simultaneously, Mr. Xu, speaking to foreign media, highlights that significant layoffs in state-owned enterprises, nearly half the workforce, are due to financial distress, not operational redundancy. This drastic action is driven by a fear of social unrest, as these organizations, previously cushioned by state support, now face financial insolvency. Private businesses are equally strained, with many unable to secure new jobs after layoffs, essentially pausing their professional lives. The crisis has even led companies to claw back previously awarded bonuses and benefits, exacerbating financial strain on employees. Amid these challenges, the middle class faces an unprecedented economic downturn, affecting consumer markets deeply connected to their spending habits. For instance, the piano market has plummeted, reflecting a broader retreat from luxury and non-essential spending by middle class families.
我应该是80后里面混得最差的那个了吧？公司破产，负债100万。
The narrative culminates with the poignant story of Miss Shen, who once thrived as the owner of a popular online milk tea brand but now struggles with bankruptcy and immense debt. Her rise and fall encapsulate the volatile nature of the current economic landscape, where past success offers no shelter against the storm of current economic hardships. These scenarios depict a complex tapestry of economic challenges in China, where structural issues and external pressures combine to shape a precarious future for businesses and individuals alike. By 2024, the market landscape has become a battlefield where only the strongest survive, leaving everyday individuals struggling at the bottom of the economic hierarchy. My recent explorations through video content reveal the stark reality faced by small business owners in industries ranging from supermarkets to apparel and food service. Many of these entrepreneurs, having invested significant amounts, find themselves bankrupt within months. The streets, once bustling with activity, now echo with the silence of abandonment. Observations from my videos, which some criticize as fearmongering, are confirmed by the empty streets and closed shops. The scenario is dire. Even a supermarket that thrived for 2 decades has had to shut its doors, illustrating a grim outlook for all businesses, especially newcomers. From large chains like Walmart to small vegetable vendors, no sector is immune to the downturn, with essentials gathering dust on shelves, unnoticed and unsold. The grim reality is palpable among the shop owners I've met, who mirror the broader sentiment that making a living is increasingly challenging. This has led to a vicious cycle of economic stagnation, where the lack of spending power stifles business activity, forcing even the most industrious among us to consider giving up, adopting a stance of lying flat as a survival strategy. This atmosphere of defeat is underpinned by a notion introduced by a veteran media figure, describing our current times as a historical garbage period, a time when societal decline is inevitable, and efforts to change the course are futile. He draws parallels with the decline of ancient dynasties, suggesting that, like those historical epochs, our current period is one of irreversible downfall, particularly highlighting the impact of political decisions that have exacerbated these conditions. Under Xi Jinping's leadership, the removal of term limits, a reform once deemed vital for China's political stability, has ironically contributed to the current state of affairs, marking the beginning of a steep decline that aligns with the broader, seemingly irreversible downturn. This period, described as one where struggle is ineffectual and acceptance of decline might mitigate personal losses, reflects a deep-seated resignation to a fate set in motion by years of tightening political control and economic mismanagement. The economic landscape under Xi Jinping's leadership has seen a significant downturn, exacerbated by his campaign urging Communist Party members to remember their founding principles during the simultaneous challenges of the pandemic. Xi's stringent 3-year zero-COVID policy significantly contributed to the economic slowdown. Moreover, the trade war with the United States, coupled with a gradual decoupling from Western economies, further accelerated this decline. This period has seen a withdrawal of foreign investments and severe impacts on private enterprises in China, leading to widespread unemployment, salary cuts, decreased consumer spending, and numerous business closures. Consequently, many previously prosperous business owners have faced bankruptcy, accumulating substantial debts. This economic crisis has been a harsh reality check for entrepreneurs. For example, a business owner invested significant savings into a shoe factory, but despite initial book profits, outstanding debts from clients led to substantial actual losses. Over the years, compounded financial setbacks from operating costs, environmental fines, and worker compensation claims have resulted in overwhelming debt, epitomizing the saying, "At the end of entrepreneurship is debt." Moreover, the shift in manufacturing dynamics has impacted major players like Foxconn, which has seen a significant reduction in orders as production moves to Southeast Asia. This shift has affected the provincial economies heavily reliant on such industries, as evidenced by Hunan province, which saw a dramatic decline in its import and export volumes, falling out of the top ranks in foreign trade. These examples illustrate the broader challenges facing China's manufacturing sector and the economy at large during a period marked by deep structural shifts and economic hardships. As of late 2023, China has witnessed a sharp decline in its economic activities, particularly in its manufacturing and real estate sectors. The once thriving mobile phone production industry, with giants like Foxconn, has suffered significant setbacks as production capacities have shifted to Southeast Asia. This shift has led to a dramatic 60.7% drop in mobile phone exports from Hunan province in the first quarter of 2024 alone. This industrial downturn has resonated across various sectors, deeply affecting rural youth employment and exacerbating the financial instability in these regions. Furthermore, the real estate market has seen a chilling decline. During the fifth-day May holiday in 2024, new home sales plummeted by nearly 47% compared to the previous year, reflecting a severe lack of consumer confidence and a slowdown in economic momentum. The fallout from these sector declines is compounded by China's heavy fiscal deficit, which reached a staggering 1.6 trillion in the first quarter of 2024, illustrating a dire fiscal health of the country. Key tax revenues have also decreased significantly, with value-added tax dropping by 7.1%. The local government debt has skyrocketed, exceeding 100 trillion yuan by the end of 2023, posing a severe risk to the country's financial stability. Urban investment companies, typically owned by local governments, have been purchasing land aggressively to secure loans, further complicating China's financial landscape. This risky financial strategy has only deepened the debt crisis, making the real estate market highly volatile and uncertain. Amid these economic challenges, public confidence in the Chinese Communist Party (CCP) has waned, marked by widespread social discontent and an increase in the number of people opting to lie flat, withdrawing from active economic participation due to disillusionment and exhaustion. This sentiment has grown as more Chinese nationals, particularly the wealthy, look to move their assets abroad or even emigrate, reflecting a broader crisis of confidence in the CCP's ability to manage the country's economic challenges.